Oh yes, it is Friday the 8th of August and I've got no work today. I'm going to spend the whole weekend, all 48 hours, down on the river. I've just come down, I've been doing the pre-baiting over the last couple of weeks as well, cracking on with it, putting the bait in. So for now we're going to fish one on the corner there, one in that little gap there, and then one on the edge of the trees here. I've just baited up on the edge of this tree line here as well, so maybe tonight or tomorrow night or something like that I'm going to put a bait over there. And I've also put a bit of bait down here on the other side of this little weed bed here, because I've got my underwater camera with me. If I can, fingers crossed, if I can get some fish feeding in the margin, I'll be so happy. I'm going to try and catch one on the margin cam out of the river. I don't think that's even been done before as well, so yeah, fingers crossed. We're going to crack on with it and see how we get on. We've got a load of 18mm Ala Aqua pellets and Elevate Baits spicy chorizo boilies. I've also got the garlic infusion in the bag with the garlic infusion pellets and stuff like that as well. So I'll probably fish one rod on double 15mm garlic infusion boilies, and then the other two rods I'll fish with the chorizo. So yeah, that's all bases covered. I'm using the Catran Fusion main line because I don't want any stretch. I want to hook into a fish and get it away from the snags. I'm fishing really tight to these snags as well, so I don't want to give these fish an inch. And with the Catran Fusion line, you're not giving them nothing. There's no room for them to move. There's no room for them to do nothing. You pull into it, minimal stretch. Do you know what I mean? So it's like fishing with braid. You can get them away from the snags quick time. It's really pucker stuff. The hook links is going to be the Tarantula from Catran as well as the Cobra. I might even tie up a couple of Gerzer rigs as well, but by the look of the weed and the colours and everything, I want to be using black and like a light green colour. Try and match what's going on here. So yeah, I can imagine that there ain't going to be too many fish that are far away. I haven't seen any. I mean, after spawning, and as soon as the when they were spawning in the close season, there were so many fish cruising around the back areas. You could sort of see a couple every time you walk down. But now it's open season again. It's pretty much from when I started as well. They've just gone into hiding, but I know they're here and I'm not giving up with them. And plus, we've done 3 sessions down here. I actually thought we did 4 sessions, but we've done 3 sessions. I've had a common, a fully scaled mirror, a mirror, and a leather, 4 for 4. So if we can get one of those ghosties, I've seen 2 in here, if we can get one of those ghosties out next, I mean, the odds of picking up one of each strain in a row must be astronomical. So yeah, I'm going to get these rods baited up and get some rods in the water, get everything else set up. I've got my underwater camera, like I said, as well. I'm going to pop that down there in a few hours once I get everything organised and set up. So I'm kind of racing against the sun at the moment. I'm in the shade, so I want to get everything set up, everything sorted before the sun comes over, so I can try and hide away in the shade. But it does look pucker. I know the carp are here, even though I don't see them. Let's get some on the bank. The left-hand rod is out on the spot. Really tight up against the corner of those trees. Absolutely pinpoint accurate. Next one's going inside that hole, and no one's going on the corner there. And then if I don't have anything during the day today, I might stick one over on the corner of that bush. But I would like to get one. I've had fish off all those spots off there, 1, 2, 3. So yeah, I would like to keep the rods on there until I at least get a fish off of a spot, and then maybe have a move about a little bit. But yeah, I reckon we'll do all right. I reckon we can pick 1 or 2 off, definitely. We got that one's out on a helicopter setup with a little spicy chorizo boilie and topped off with a little sweet corn pillow, one of those bad boys. And then these 2 on lead clip setups with 3-ounce leads. Is that 3.5 ounces? It's a bit bigger, that one. Yeah, 3.5 ounce. Got double 15mm garlic infusion boilies, tipped off with a little piece of sweet corn pillow as well. And then just a straight up chorizo boilie on that one. Yeah, let's hope we can get these bang on the spot. Oh, perfect. all 3 rods are out on their spots. Really happy, all tight to the snags. I'm gonna have to check them every few hours because there is crayfish and stuff in here. But I think as long as we stay on top of it, check the hook baits, I don't know, I'm gonna probably say every 4 hours, I suppose. Until I see something happening to the hook baits, I might change it to less time or whatever, to 3 hours, depending if they're getting touched or whatever. It's a tough one on the rivers, man. Sometimes the crayfish are here, sometimes they're not as well, so I could be bringing it in for no reason. So we'll stick with 4 hours to start with, see what's going on, and if there's a lot of crayfish and we're getting trouble, I found a good way of trying to deal with them is feeding them with Ala Aqua pellets, the 18mm ones. Put fresh ones of them in, they'll grab hold of them. It takes them ages to break them down because they're absolutely rock solid and they like to mess about with them. So I found that to be a really good deterrent, and they sort of leave the boilies alone for a little while. But yeah, all the rods are out. Using the best gear for the job as always, Elevate baits and loads of Catran gear, PVA organic. Yeah, just got the ultimate amount of confidence in the gear, the bait, everything that I'm doing. So yeah, I don't think we're going to go back with a blank. As long as you stay confident and stick to the plan, you generally do all right. Like I said, the pre-baiting's been going in. I'm not seeing anyone else on the river pre-baiting or anything like that. All I'm seeing is the occasional person coming down with a spinning rod or something, going for jack pike and perch and stuff like that. So, but anyway, I'm going to set this up on the rods. Hopefully we get a little bite soon. Right. Right, I've just brought the first rod in on the helicopter setup, and that is absolutely fine. Hasn't been touched by no crayfish, so yeah, happy with that. It's been about 3 hours as well, so yeah, get a fresh bag on that and get that back on the spot. We are rocking and rolling now, man. Took me a little while to find a really nice little clear area, but I need to. Right, that's better, I like that. I found a lovely little clear area with some weed scattered around in the background. Right then, I couldn't help myself. I took the rod off the corner of the snags closest to me for now. I've set this rod up high over the top of this weed bank, then dropped a back lead in. And that, let's have a little walk over here. It's now tight up against these trees on this side here. It's really quiet on the fishing front, but it's starting to die down on the banks a little bit now. Starting to get a bit quieter, thank God. There's been loads of people up and down today, a few boats. I've just put all 3 rods back out again. That should be them for the next 4 or 5 hours or so now. I'll probably wake up about 2 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock or something, and redo them. But everything looks good. All the roach and a couple of carp and the bream that have been in have cleared all that fine silt off the top, so it's not clouding up anymore as much. They've taken all the pellet. There's still loads of boilies down there. So fingers crossed that's all going to be gone by tomorrow morning, and there'll be carp visiting the spot waiting for more food. It's starting to get dark now. Absolute prime time for a bite. Any time from now until first light, it could happen. Can't believe that. The alarm was screaming, clutch was going, line was being taken off the rod and the reel. I struck into it and absolutely nothing. No idea what happened. Yeah, nothing on the end at all. I put that rod out again. I put the left hand rod out as well. I've re-put that out. I'm going to leave the middle rod. I'm having no problem with the craze at the moment, so Happy days. Let's wait for another bite. Come on. Starting to get a bit worried now. What is the time? Plenty of time left, 5 to 11. But that should have been the first fish. I've got no idea what happened there. Right. 6 o'clock in the morning. And apart from that weird take last night, nothing. I've just brought in my second rod now. There's no hook bait on there either. So it's been crayed to anything you can tell, because everything's all frayed up. All that floss is frayed and everything, so yeah, the craze has been out. I've just put some more pellet down, a bit more boilie. Hopefully that'll keep them entertained for a bit. Gutted I didn't have one last night. It's the first time I've been down there and not had a fish on the night time, so we need to make up for that today. We need to get something on the bank. But yeah, I'm going to get this rod baited up, a mesh bag on there, then back out on the spot. We need something to happen today. We've got to have a fish out. 90% of the bait was actually gone this morning, so I put a load more pellet out, a load more boilie, half dub crushed. Yeah, hopefully we can get the carp come back to the spot. That's the dream. Just got to be patient. Gutted we didn't have anything last night, and absolutely gutted we've got crayfished on all 3 rods as well, so that's absolutely devastating. I did change them, bring them in at like 3 o'clock in the morning, and they were fine. So between the times of 3 o'clock and 6, they've all been crayed. So I'm just going to keep plugging along, hope the carp turn up. Like I said, this is the first time I've done a night session and not had a fish. A bit gutted, to be honest with you. Let's hope something changes today, man. Time's getting on a bit now, man. It has been mental busy down here today. I think this is why I'm probably not catching. It's just been so busy. Started to calm down a little bit now that time's getting on, but yeah, I need something to save this session tonight. I need a carp or something out of here. Like I said, it's just been absolute manic today. I've had probably 20-30 boats come down here today. Some of them going quickly, some of them not going so quickly, but it's just been absolute carnage. Amount of bodyboarders. I'm actually thinking about maybe even trying to find a new stretch of river now, because during the day this place is absolute madness, proper madness. And there's a reason why I chose not to do the days down here, but it is what it is anyway. I'm about to bring all these rods in again, bait them up. Sort of getting ready for the evening now, I think. Approaching 7:30 now. It's getting worrying. I really thought if I come down here, did a full 48 hours on my last session, I thought I'd do alright. Get the last couple of fish out of here that I wanted to, and then do the off, slip away into the shadows like I weren't even here, but I don't know what it is. I think maybe the carp have clocked onto it. I've had 4 out in 3 sessions. Maybe the carp have clocked on and spooked off. That shoal of fish has just moved on and taken the remaining ones with them. I'm now hiding out somewhere else, but like I said, I'm going to stick with it regardless anyway. Maybe I should have moved. Who knows? Who bloody knows? But like I said, I'm going to continue to fish. I just see a crayfish on the underwater camera as well, quite a big one. So they're just starting to wake up now by the looks of things. Yeah, no problems with the crayfish at all during the day. No problems at all. It's night times I'm getting the issues down here. Early morning, but I've seen them wake up now, so I'm going to leave the rods in. I'm going to probably give it until midnight. I'm just going to leave them where they are, bring them in at midnight, change them all over again, fresh hook baits, fresh mesh bags, and just hope we can nick something out. We're desperate to get something now. What I am going to do is, on the next session, I'm moving to probably a whole new stretch. I keep I keep hearing about certain stretches and certain bits that I really want to give a go. So yeah, I think a change of scenery is going to be on the cards very soon, but it just looks so nice down here. There's still a couple of other little swims and stuff I want to do as well. Oh, it's hard, it's a hard decision to make, but I'm going to go out tomorrow and I'm going to look at the new sections I want to fish. That's the thing, it's got to be good looking as well. I don't just want to be fishing urban areas really. It's not really my cup of tea, just surrounded by boats and concrete and fences and warehouses. It's not really my thing. I like loads of snags, loads of trees and stuff like that. But yeah, I think maybe I've overdone it in this swim. I shouldn't have come here for this session. I should have gone somewhere else, moved down to the willow tree or something like that. But like I said, I put a bit of bait in here over the weekend now, so I've got to stick with it. Just, if the fish are around, this is the point where they're going to get drawn in now, or when I pack up, they'll be straight on the bait, knowing my luck. But yeah, it's all up to the carp gods now, and I am praying for a carp. Come on. That was an absolute result. I was starting to get a little bit worried, so I think I was going to go over blank, but down there in the sling there's a lovely River Lee common. That's 5 carp on 4 trips. What a result. Buzzing, man. Look at that. That's a nice one, isn't it? Oh, there we go. Got our reward in the end. We stuck with the plan. And after the blank on the first night, we stuck with it. We got one, man. Result. I think it's time to move on to a new section or a new swim though. Absolutely buzzing. Come on, mate, that was an absolute result. There was a lot of people around walking their dogs and everything. I couldn't really find a good time to do the videos and stuff like that, so it might be a little bit all over the place, the videos, because I had people stop in and talking to me and stuff like that. So yeah, but that is also the biggest river carp I've had out as well. It was just a shade under 28 pound, just a shade underneath, like an ounce or two maybe. It was jumping all over the place because it's been slinged up for a while, but yeah, absolutely buzzing with that. A really nice fish, really nice, really dark, really chunky, really wide, looked really healthy. So yeah, I couldn't be happier, man, really couldn't be happier. From going from what I thought was going to be a blank as well, I didn't think I'd even get a bream on this session because of the carnage yesterday. So getting something out like that is just, yeah, I could not be happier, honestly. I really couldn't. But we've got a couple more hours left down here now. So yeah, I'm going to start slowly getting things dried off and everything. I don't think we'll have anything else, but the traps are set again. And like I always say, anyway, I'm super confident with the bait I'm using, the tactics, the rigs, the line. Everything is the best of the best. The hooks are pinpoint sharp. So yeah, if a fish does come along, then I'm going to snag it anyway. So Yeah, on the boilie front as well, after bringing in 2 of the rods, after leaving them for about 5 or 6 hours out there last night, they'd been chewed on a little bit by crayfish, but they wasn't completely mashed up. But the crayfish were on them, which means if the crayfish had them, then the carp weren't going to get them anyway. They're probably sitting there just picking at it within their claws, so never ever going to get anything like that. So I think what I'm going to do is you have to go for every 4 or 5 hours, 4 hours I suppose, just change everything over during the night, because during the day they're not even touching me. During the day they're not a problem at all. So if I come back down here, I just got to remember when it starts to get dark, that's when they become active, and then they start going from there. But yeah, absolutely buzzing, man. And that right there is exactly what this river carping is about for me. You just don't know what's in it. Fair enough, I see a couple of carp during spawning and when it was close season and stuff like that, but you've got no idea of the stock, and this is a really, really long stretch. You're putting your eggs all into one basket when you're doing something like this. The pre-baiting, it costs money, but when it's paid off like this has paid off, it is so worth it. That was such a nice carp, man, and the battle that I had with it last night was epic, absolutely epic. The line held up fantastic, man. I'm in love. That new Fusion line is absolutely unbelievable. It's just as good as using braid, I swear to God. Fair enough, it's probably not going to cut through the weed as well, but there's no stretch. It's super strong, it sinks quick and everything. For rivers and everything, that is the line you want. You want Catran fishing lines, Fusion. If you're on the rivers, you want fast sinking, so it doesn't get taken away by the current or anything like that. You really, really need to get on the Fusion. But yeah, absolutely buzzing with this, mate. We're smashing it, tearing it up. Right, it is now 9 AM. All packed up, ready to rock and roll. Everything's nice and clean and tidy. No rubbish left about or nothing. But yeah, a bit of a slow weekend, a bit of a stressful weekend, really tough going. Like I say, really public river this, so busy, and it can make the fishing really, really hard at times, but we're stuck with it. I said I was going to stick with it no matter what. I'm gutted I only had the 1 out. I thought doing 48 hours in here after the last couple of months of pre-baiting, I thought I'd ruin it. I thought I'd do all right. I thought I'd have 3 or 4 maybe and I'd be over the moon, but like I said, it proved to be really, really difficult, but we managed to slip one out of here. So a really cool character, really cool common, man. Super happy with it. There's actually a carp off the surface there right now, just on the corner by all the weed and everything at the back. But yeah, they're still around. Yeah, I think what we're going to do now is we've had 5 carp in 4 sessions out of this swim. I'm either going to move to a brand new stretch somewhere different, or I'm going to possibly move further down and fish up against the willow tree and the weed and the snags and the trees and the bushes, and try and get something on the margin cam on the there's a fallen tree, it'll be on the left hand side. But yeah, another really good session. I'm glad I stuck it out. That common was well worth it. So I'm out of here. Good luck, tight lines, and yeah, just stick with the game plan and you'll end up having something else. Stick with it. Trust your tactics and your bait and everything, and you'll always do all right.